Art Rocks is made possible by the Foundation for Excellence in Louisiana Public Broadcasting and by viewers like you.
Hello. Thanks for tuning in for Art Rocks with me, James Fox Smith of Country Roads magazine. The late Louisiana novelist Ernest Gaines was known worldwide for powerful novels including A Lesson Before Dying, A Gathering of Old Men, and the autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman. Each year, the Baton Rouge Area Foundation awards a $15,000 prize that honors Gaines' contribution to literature. Only young African American writers are eligible to receive it. Here's more on the award and some of its recipients, including the latest winner, Gabriel Bump.
This is an award given to rising African American writers, and to my knowledge, it is the only award that's dedicated specifically to rising African American writers, and therefore it is unique among literary prizes. The judges take our charge very seriously, and we're very proud that over the years, since 2007, when the award started, we have been able to support writers who have gone on to win other literary prizes and to continue to publish and to make a mark in the literary culture.
The Gaines Award community has been a big benefit to me, also a point of connection with so many writers I admire.
This is a wonderful award that made me feel so incredibly connected to a literary tradition that Mr. Gaines paved the way for all of us. It just meant the world to me to be recognized for my voice as a Black writer, for my voice as a Southern writer. It meant the world. And I also have to say, I think it's important, it meant the world that there was money attached to the prize. I was quite broke when I won that prize, and I needed the money very much. And people downplay that part of it, but it matters, and it helps artists feel safe, it helps them feel protected, and it helps them keep creating.
Ernest was honored and delighted by the Ernest Gaines Literary Award. He also loved meeting the writers, all of them. Reading their new books, it gave him a great deal of pleasure. It was just something that he enjoyed tremendously. All of us did.
Ernest Gaines inspired numerous young writers in their art, including those who have won the award that is named in his honor. This, of course, includes our current winner, Gabriel Bump, whose debut novel, Everywhere You Don't Belong, was selected by our wonderful judges. Everywhere is a coming-of-age story about a boy named Claude McKay Love growing up on the south side of Chicago. He lives with his grandmother, who is a quirky soul, in a challenging environment. And so, like most boys his age, he's trying to both cope with where he lives and figure out where he belongs in the world. He falls in love for the first time, he deals with pressures from his peers, he negotiates the violence in his neighborhood. If this all seems a familiar urban tale, it is treated in a unique way by a very talented writer, as our judges determined. Gabriel Bump actually set out to be a journalist when he left the south side of Chicago to enroll in the University of Missouri that has a wonderful journalism program. But his focus soon changed when he took a creative writing class, and he realized his passion was actually literary, not journalism. So he changed his major to fiction because it delighted him more. After graduating from Missouri, Gabriel earned a Master's of Fine Arts in Fiction from the University of Massachusetts at Amherst. He now lives in Buffalo, New York, where he's been working on his second book and adapting his Gaines Award-winning novel for the screen.
You grew up in Chicago, and you grew up in a particular neighborhood in Chicago called South Shore. Can you tell us a little bit about South Shore?
South Shore is a fascinating part of the world, definitely of Chicago. It's right just below Hyde Park and the University of Chicago, just tucked along the lakefront there. And it has this fascinating history, I think, like a lot of neighborhoods in urban America, where in the second half of the 20th century, the demographics just like flipped overnight, seemingly because of white flight, this influx of people from the South looking for opportunity in Chicago. And so I think that a neighborhood like South Shore contains just so much of the American story, right? Like this hope for a better life, the disillusionment of the American dream, right? Like these people that ended up coming to Chicago and then finding out that life in a place like the South Side of Chicago didn't really offer that much opportunity. And so how do you deal with those generations of disillusionment? And so in writing this book, it was the obvious setting, because I think all writers tend to lean towards writing a place that's familiar to them and they know really well. But I feel like I was lucky to grow up in a place like South Shore that was just filled with, such like emotional, socioeconomic diversity, I guess you can call it. It's just these constant like juxtaposition between despair, love, and hope.
It's interesting to hear you talk about community, and you seem so well rooted in the South Shore community. Yet your novel's title suggests a sense of rootlessness everywhere you don't belong. Can you talk a little bit about the title and perhaps a little bit also about the journey of Claude, who's the protagonist of your novel?
I think that the title, comes a lot from Claude's point of view, right? As just this average kid that can't really do anything really well, right? He's just, he's not exceptionally bright. He's not athletically gifted at all, right? He can't seem to succeed in romance, right? He's not suave. And just in general, he feels adrift in the world, right? He can't really seem to figure out what his lane is. And I felt, somewhat similar when I was growing up, right? And just those standard teenage anxieties, I think in places like the South Side of Chicago, I assume, in inner city New Orleans too, right? Like this is a universal trait is for teenagers that are already having a hard time finding out who they are, you also have to deal with this outside world that is actively against you.
You may not know this, but I too am from South Shore. So thanks for representing our neighborhood in Chicago. And I wish you much success with this book and with the many other books to come.
Congratulations, man. Huge congratulations for being this year's winner of the Ernest Gaines Prize. I feel especially proud, man, having known you now for, 5 or 6 years, I think, when you were a graduate student. And I was, so happy for you to see all the love in the New York Times and to see the love in the other publications. And now to know that we are now connected by this prize with so many other amazing Black writers. And I'm sending you this love from Chicago, your home city. And I know that they are proud. Another native son has done well in the literary world.
There are many awards out there, but I think this is the most important one. I know it's the one that's meant the most to me. So take care and congratulations again.
I want to congratulate you for winning the 2020 Ernest J. Gaines Award for Literary Excellence. I don't have to tell you how meaningful it is to be associated with the legacy of excellence of Dr. Gaines and to have recognition by the living tradition of Black writing. Enjoy it, man.